Breaking news now. Digital ID will be made law for all adults in an effort to tackle small boats. Downing Street believes that a mandatory ID card system will help stop illegal immigrants working. Let's bring in our political correspondent, Mari Aurora. Mari, what more do we know about this?
Yeah, well, Gareth, this is interesting because this is something that has been spoken about a lot. Tony Blair, for instance, has been talking about this for years and years as what he always believed was one of the best ways to try and reduce illegal immigration and the ability for people to work illegally here in the UK. But Sky News understands that we will have an announcement, could be as soon as tomorrow, from the Prime Minister on these mandatory ID cards, an ID card system, the Brit card. And essentially what this will mean, it will be mandatory for all adults here in the UK. It will make it easier for employers and for landlords to make sure that those they are employing or renting or to actually have the right legal immigration status here in the UK. They can do it using a smartphone app. It's also, according to the government, going to make it easier for people here in the UK to essentially prove their status or their ability to kind of qualify to be able to work here in the UK. And essentially, this is all about immigration. This is all about trying to tackle small boats crossings. We've had a lot of conversation about small boats and about other European countries, especially the French, who have been concerned with the kind of pull factors here in the UK in terms of being able to work in the black market, being able to work illegally here in the UK. We already know that France has an ID card system. They've had it for many, many years. And it's something that the UK has always resisted, partly because of questions around civil liberties and freedoms, but also because many governments in previous times said they didn't think it was the best approach. Now, clearly, Keir Starmer has been persuaded of the benefits of a digital ID card system and has been persuaded that this might have a significant impact on small boats crossings. The question really, and this is always going to be the million-dollar question, is once this comes into play and once it is enforced, how much of an impact could it have on small boats crossings? And if it has a really significant impact on small boats crossings, and it really kind of starts to eradicate that pull factor for illegal migrants coming to the UK, because I think they can essentially make money on the side illegally, as opposed to somewhere like that in France, how much of an impact does that have? And if it doesn't have a huge impact, then of course there'll be sighs of disappointment, I think, from within the Labour Party.
All right. Shalom Bakim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha, Chorash. All right, I'm going to give double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone with Jewel. And I'm going to give peace, greetings, and salutations to all the Lagakim, that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity, throughout the four corners of the earth, and the brothers that's not wavering in the faith, being diligent in his truth. I say shalom to you brothers, and I say shalom, to the few sisters that believe in all meekness and humbleness. I say shalom. I'm your brother Zakaria from GMS Miami Camp. And Lord willing, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Recha, Chodash, Adawan Ratazah, that means Lord willing. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel, And my lesson today, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Recha, Chodash, so I'm basically on this new, on UK, making all of its citizens have a digital ID. All right, which we already know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, started with our elder apostles of Great Millstone and elder bishops of Great Millstone and the brothers on down. And we already know this one step closer, to that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right, everything is going digital. All right, and it's clear, hey, we seeing the gradualism. Esau, he does everything gradually. So we see it, it's slowly creeping up to having everybody put a mandatory digital device inside of them, man. All right, this is the book of now I'm gonna just get some precepts, Lord, when this lesson edifying to the elect. Book of 2 Corinthians, what was it, first one? 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Yep, it says 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11 says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right, we're not. Who's the physical counterpart of Satan? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, we already know their end goal is, as Aaron Russo said when he was talking to Nick Rockefeller. All right, which he had an interview. He sat down with an interview with Alex Jones, and he told Alex Jones that he sat down with Nick Rockefeller, and Nick Rockefeller said the plans of the elites is to have everybody put a microchip inside of them. All right, and if they don't comply, you just cut it off. So, hey, the scripture said they're gonna make their own tongues fall upon themselves. All right, and this is just because they said they already got other European countries that have a digital ID. You know, down here in Florida, all right, you can get your ID online. I actually have like a digital ID. Well, it's like you call it digital wallet, a Florida ID or something like that. It's my Florida ID, but it's digital. It's digital. You don't have to carry your license, but I still carry it anyways because when I try to use it, sometimes some places don't think it's real because they're not up on the technology and shit. So I just keep my regular card, but I do have like a digital license, you know. But this is all, it's gonna happen, all right, in more countries, and it's gonna get more tighter for these people. All right. So back at let me read this in the NLT. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11 says, so that Satan would not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. All right, and this is his evil scheme. They say they want to tackle immigration, just how America try to tackle immigration with the ICE, the illegals, so they can know if you're a true citizen or you there legally, you know. But it's ultimately putting a squeeze on the people. All right. So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices because why? We know this prophecies. We know that prophecies has to come to pass. This is the book of and it's not gonna be a long lesson. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 39, and verse 1. It says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecy." So what? A man in the Lord, he's going to be reading the scriptures. He's going to be locked in the spirit. He's going to be what? Occupied in prophecies. And this is a major prophecy that we're looking forward to, man. That's about to happen, all right, in our lifetime. All right, they're going to make the money, which the money is digital, you know. They're going to, so like get rid of the dollar, or just have the dollar, like the physical cash, on a smaller level. But mostly everybody use their card, or they tap their phone, use their phone to pay. Everything is digital. And what, they're going to lock all that information, all right? They're going to lock all your information into one, man. All right, as it says, let me see. Bear with me. Let's do this. Right. Oh, this is trending right now. Let's do this right. And I'm going to get the RFID microchip, right? Let's do this real quick. All right. And I did a couple of videos on this with this Wikipedia thing right here. That's right. And I'm gonna show you something through the spreading power about my shot. This is a microchip implant in human. It says a human microchip implant is any electronic device implanted subdermally under your skin, usually via an injection. Examples include an identifying integrated circuit RFID device encased in silicate glass, which is implanted in the body of a human being. This type of subdermal implant usually contains a unique ID number. All right, so they're gonna have your digital ID, they're gonna have your money on there, everything's gonna be on this chip, man. So this is one step closer. He that have eyes to see and ears to hear, hey, let him hear. It says this type of subdermal implant usually contains a unique ID number that can be linked to information contained in an external database, such as identity document, to see who you are, oh, we just doing this to see to keep out the illegals. But it's gonna have your identity document, criminal record, medical history, medications, address book, and other potential. All right. So this is what they're leading to, man. All right. And I can go more and more and more, going to the subdermal, under your skin. The scripture says, Revelation 13, he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and their forehead, man. So this devil, all right, is getting ready to put a chip inside you people, but he's doing it gradually. All right. See the comments on this. It's not about my immigration at all. See? It's not. People are waking up to it. That's another thing. People are waking up to their government. People don't trust their government. And they're going to have to put force. They're going to have to put this, when they push that chip, they're going to have to push it by force to most people. How will this stop the boats? They just trying to use it as an excuse to control us. All right? The people is going to rebel. That's why it's 2 15. All right? Let's get that real quick. Damn, I ain't even I just, through the spirit, I didn't even know that was there. I was just seeing the comments. All right? People are waking up. This book of 2 15 and verse 14 says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draw nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. So what? It's going to be division. All right? It's going to be civil war. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So what? They're not going to, the modern day kings and princes are your government, your president, or your government officials, your presidents, your mayors, all of them. They're not going to regard it. And I was just looking at the comment board. How would this stop the boats? They're just using it as an excuse to control us. It's the start of a social credit score system over time. See? Even the people are waking up to this. This is horrifying. No to authorizationism. Why, as a British-born person with a genuine birth certificate and a passport ND number, do I need a digital ID? Birth certificate, driving license, a passport, and national insurance number aren't enough? No. The powerful words is there is. Whatever. No one voted for this because it's the agendas of the elites. It's nothing to do with immigration. No things. More lies, nothing to do with immigration. Slack it. The fact that Tony Blair supports ideas should make anyone stop and think. I have a birth certificate, a marriage certificate, a national insurance, no an income tax, no a driver's license, and a passport. Is not enough. So the people of Britain are waking up. Tony Blair is still the prime minister. This has nothing to do with migration and everything to do with total control. All right. Tony Blair tried thinking, I'm just reading the comments, Slocky. Just showing the mindset of the people, which we just read. Tony Blair tried something like this back in the early 2000s, but I take it they see us as more diverse and less united and play on that advantage. It's all been in the making for years. People wake up, like I said, through the spirit. Through the spirit, probably y'all about my shot, like our elder apostles been saying it. Gradualism. We're not ignorant of his devices. No, I refuse. They're insulting our intelligence at this point. This is nothing to do with migration. We have passport, like driver's license, national insurance numbers. This is a blatant lie. No, I do not consent. I do not consent. Oh, look, the conspiracy theories are right again. Yeah. All right. So this is time we coming. We living in exciting times, man. Thawadi, how about Shemal Shah, man? Push this chip, man. The faster this chip go, pushed out, the faster we get up out of this place, man. The nukes gonna fly here in America, which is Babylon the Great, and it's gonna get deadly out here. And the Lord gonna keep us, all right, when they put that total control on these people, man. All right, because we not gonna be able to buy or sell unless you have it. The Lord said, don't take it. Those who take it gonna be in that lake of fire, which is those missiles that hit in this place. So with that, Lord, in this lesson was edifying to the elect. Hey, stay prayed up, stay locked in, man. keep fighting, bros. Keep believing. Hey, may Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shem Gagadash Baraka Thumb. I want to give all praises, all glory, and all honor unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem Recha Kodash. All right, I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone with Rubel, and I want to give up peace, greetings, and salutations to all the Lagakim that's pushing his word and truth and sincerity. Hey, Shalom Akim, keep pushing, keep enduring. Shalom.